already?
Yes, sir. Actually, I sorted. I did not sort the complete thing. I sorted out up to mid sem only,
Okay.
and then those topics that were after the mid sem. I just did not sort that out because that was necessary for the time. But
Okay.
I will do that.
Okay. So thank you guys. Thank you for volunteering to do this. And I understand it helps you, but it also helps the entire class because then they get this question bank which they can use to prepare for the midsems and quizzes and all that. So thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Okay. So what were you doing in the last class?
Sir, IO circuit design.
IO circuit design. We had started IO circuit design. So what were the aspects of IO circuit design that we had started to see?
Sir, we saw that where to keep the mux and where to keep the right driver based upon the design and what is the performance effect on performance and power.
Hmm. So we were looking at something like this, and we said that we could place the mux down below and put the right driver up, and so on. So what were the different trade-offs that we had discussed last time?
Sir, if you keep the right driver like this in the figure, so there would be an extra capacitance that has to be discharged. Uh,
Hmm.
so for because of that, switching power increases, dynamic power that increases, and uh,
Hmm.
and the leakage power is low here. But sir, in the other case, when we keep that in at the other end, so we have to attach many inverters. So because of that, the leakage power increases.
इन्वर्टर्स कहाँ लगाने पड़ते हैं?
राइट ड्राइवर सर, हर एक के लिए लगाना पड़ेगा सर, मल्टीप्लेक्सर के आगे जो
सो इस वाली सेटिंग में मल्टीप्लेक्सर के अगर आपने ऊपर लगा दिया तो आपको 4 राइट ड्राइवर्स लगाने पड़ जाएंगे मक्स 4 में.
ये वाली सेटिंग नहीं सर, दूसरा वाला.
इसमें तो एक ही राइट ड्राइवर आएगा ना?
ओके ओके, नहीं नहीं, हाँ हाँ ठीक है, मैं वो नीचे की तरफ से देख रहा था सर.
या ओके ग्रेट. सो दिस पार्ट वाज क्लियर टू एवरीवन?
Yes.
Okay. So what else did we do after that? We looked at where to place the marks. What other things were we looking at? What are the other components? So what were we looking at? Was the next component we looked at?
The next component was the pre-charge circuitry, where we looked at two cases where we had the static pre-charge, simply where the pre-charge will always be on, and then we came out of then we figured out a solution that you can put an equalizer circuit and you can actually clock it, so you can actually assess the discharge and the pre-charging scheme, and also the pre-charging can happen only when you want.
So is clocking necessary with equalizer, or let us put it differently? Does clocking mean equalizer has to be put?
No, no. So clocking is just to say that, okay, your pre-charge will pre-charge the bit line for one cycle. The other cycle it will do the read or write operation, whatever needs to be done. And the
मतलब you will have a pre-charge cycle, a cycle in which you will do a pre-charge only.
pre-charge cycle, as in like let's say you have a pulse or maybe something like, and there are PMOSs. So when the pre-charge is low, then the PMOS gets pre-charged, and then when the and when that pulse gets high, though the pre-charge cycle, like the pre-charge does not happen, and the read write operation can happen, whatever that needs to be done in that cycle. An equalizer was just to assist the other bit line from pre-charging after it has discharged. But so what happens is that the other bit line will discharge a little bit, and it will assist the pre-charging of the other bit line. Then they'll slowly move together towards the earlier VDD value.
So one little correction, Swapnil, over here, that it is not a pre-charge cycle. Pre-charge operation in every cycle.
I mean, I was not able to put it in a sentence. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but you have to be extremely careful because suppose in an interview you use the term pre-charge cycle, the interview will be like, cycle kahan se? Why you do not waste a cycle on pre-charge? Cycle is
Yeah.
always linked to clock pulse.
Yes.
So you say pre-charge operation,
Ha.
and pre-charge operation happens every cycle, whether it is a read cycle or write cycle. After the operation, you have to pre-charge everything back. Or if you do not precharge it at the end of the cycle, you have to precharge before the next cycle starts.
Okay.
So yeah, I was confused. In that case, why was the precharging the when we were precharging the bit line? So why was it again and again in the next coming cycle? It was just reducing by 2 times. That I didn't understand. Why was the charging less from the previous one?
Okay, so you would want to precharge it to full VDD, but what happens is that you also are worried about time. Hmm? So when you will write a measure statement, you will say that, okay, see, this much with the RC delays, you know this much that getting to full VDD is almost infinite time, is it not?
Yes, sir.
So what you say is, okay, let me give it time such that it precharges to 2 millivolts or 3 millivolts below VDD.
Yes, sir.
So after it has precharged to only 3 millivolts below VDD, you give the next cycle.
Yes, sir.
So precharge goes off. It no longer precharges, continues to precharge.
Yes,
In the
sir.
subsequent cycle, again it happens. You give it only sufficient time so that it precharges to 3 millivolts lower. Now it did not start from VDD, it started from VDD minus 3 millivolts. And it will precharge to further 3 millivolts lower. So VDD minus 6 millivolts.
So
In
why
the
VDD
subsequent,
minus 3 it would start?
because that was where you stopped the earlier precharge, na?
Okay, sir.
So let us look at it like this. You want to give a clock, and you want to give a clock soon enough. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when your precharge went low over here, what happened? Your bit lines started to precharge, but they had not reached full VDD. They were 3 millivolts below VDD when the next clock came.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next clock, the discharge happened or started after below this. Okay. And then when the precharge came, it again precharged. But this time round, the duration, in that given duration, it could only precharge to further 3 millivolts lower than this value.
Yes, sir.
Then in the next cycle, it would start from 6 millivolts lower, and then it will precharge to another 3 millivolts lower than this value now. So
Yes.
after a few cycles, there will be some residual differential at the bit line on which you are successively reading 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Yes, sir.
So in the next cycle, when you try to read 1, there is already some differential on the other bit line. So your first bit line starts to discharge, but the other bit line was already here.
Yes, sir.
Let us say here. It did not discharge. But when you were assuming that, okay, I would be able to trigger my sense amplifier here, at that time, your earlier bit line was still lower than the presently discharging bit line.
Yes, sir.
And you can do a wrong read.
Yes, sir. Got
Is this clear?
it. Yes, sir.
So that is why we really need an equalization transistor, so that after every cycle, even if it does not precharge to full VDD, at least both the bit lines are at the same level.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
even if we are using this scheme, sir, in this actually this question was asked in last class also. I was not clear with that. Sir, when it will like in 100 cycles, both of them go to very low voltage. Then, sir, eventually it will happen ke if I want to read anything from any side, let's say, since they are both the low voltages, so sense amplifier would eventually be not able to like make it like how much differential should it consider?
So what do you mean by very low voltage, Gagandeep, over here?
Like, sir, if it start let me take my VDD as 1. So if it is getting lower by 2 millivolt again and again after 100 cycles, it would get like let's suppose 0.5 volts. And
No. So what happens is, that is where the nonlinear behavior of device comes into picture. So you will see that this lowering of one of the bit lines will continue to some point, and then it will no longer worry you, because you are coming in this stage. You're not in the saturated stage. There is sufficient VDS, so your precharge device will still sink current. It समझ में आया? नहीं आया? See, if we say that, let us say this was my bit line. Why do I have to precharge it only to VDD minus 2 millivolts? Because the rate of precharge reduces very significantly as soon as it reaches almost VDD. As soon as VDS reduces, the rate of discharge reduces very slow, goes to very slow, and you will need much more time to gain just those 2 millivolts also, 3 millivolts also. But when I am 100 millivolts lower than VDD, my rate of discharge is good enough.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
what happens is that after some cycles, you will see, okay, within 50, 60 millivolts, after that, it will not go still lower. But 50, 60 millivolts is not insignificant. When you want sense amplifier whose offset, so when we will study about sense amplifier, hopefully in today's class itself, when in sense amplifier, you want offset of, let us say 30 millivolts, 60 millivolts अगर bit line के बीच में ही offset आ गया, then what do? You see, your circuit will fail. That is where you want an equalization transistor.
So,
Yes.
sir, I mean, if there's a difference of 30, 40 millivolts after some cycle or something, eventually, like when we commented on the endurance part, like endurance can't be infinity, so to say, for SRAM in that case, right? After some point of time, read will not work. I mean,
No. So after some time, if you do a few wrong reads, and then it will again work. Endurance was permanent failure. Endurance was permanent failure. That, okay, these many reads or these many writes, and then the device is gone. Reliability failure has happened. The gate dielectric no longer supports it.
so how are we ensuring that the other bit line which was assisting in the other bit line to precharge, will come back to the original level? I mean, like VDD or one.
You put a equalizer and you will see.
I mean, like I was doing that thing ना, I mean with our project. So उसमें मेरा voltage थोड़ी 1.2 से 1 volt तक आ गई थी 7-8 cycles के बाद.
So you've done something wrong then. It
Okay.
doesn't happen like that. You will need to review your setup.
हाँ ठीक है वही पूछ रहा था.
Okay. Okay. So now, any more questions about precharge? Great. So then we look at how to design the column decoder. So what do you see over here? This is one design of a column decoder. Is this fine? This is simply based on pass transistor logic, and whichever signal, whichever S, select output goes to 0, that particular bit line connects to data and data bar. Is this clear? This is simple pass transistor logic. And we have put PMOSes over here. So what is the benefit of putting PMOSes?
Pass a strong
Good
one.
one. Yes.
Better one transfer.
Good one.
They transfer even a small differential between bitline and bitline bar very easily. Because whatever is on one side, they will transfer it easily to the other side. Because they are very conductive when they have to transfer VDD.
So what are we doing with these column decoder? I mean, it's like the decoding part, or like which of the following bit lines will be selected for the read operation in that
Yes.
way.
Yes. That is the mux, na? This is the mux. जो हमने वहां पे mux बनाया था, this is the mux.
अच्छा column decoding. ठीक है.
Okay. So what is the problem with PMOSes?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, you are saying this as mux, but सर बिटलाइन को तो हम सेलेक्ट करेंगे लाइक लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में जो मेरा रो डिकोडर काइंड ऑफ थिंग था उसके थ्रू ना. मक्स तो सर आईओ रीजन में
So we're talking about IO circuits only now. We started IO circuits in the last class, no?
यस सर. No, sir. I am what I am saying. Yes, sir. I am wrong. Sorry, sir.
क्या हुआ?
No, sir. I am a bit confused with this decoder. I mean column decoder and row decoder. I got confused.
Okay. आगे बढ़े.
Sir, this A1 and A0 will come from control circuitry, na?
These are addresses. User gives the addresses.
Okay, so the LSP thing.
Yeah, the LSB thing.
Okay.
So this will form the part of the post decoding stage.
This is not in the row decoder. This is column decoding. This is IO mux.
No. Post or pre-decoding we studied, na? So
That was for the row decoding, because suppose we had to decode 10 bits. For mux, you will typically go to mux 4, 16, 32. For ROMs, you may go to mux 64. So there you will look at two-level decoding. We will just look at that also now in a little while. But typically, you will have mux 4 or mux 8, mux 16, something like that. So you don't need pre-decoding and post-decoding. You simply do decoding.
So while column decoder is there on, I mean the word line will be fixed, right? For a particular word line, we'll select one of the bit lines, right?
Yes. So column decoder also needs to be active in the active cycle, so that the right bit line gets connected to the sense amplifier.
Sir, these bit lines are corresponding to the different words in the same row, like the mux implementation.
Yes.
Sir, output of these data and data बाद पिन सेंस एम्पलीफायर से बाद में अटैच हो रहा है ना? Okay, sir.
ठीक है. So what is the problem with PMOSes? हमने उसका benefit तो देख लिया that it will transfer any little differential also very well. What is the problem? Area. Okay. What else?
The speed also, means the mobility is lower than NMOS.
See, either you say area or you say speed. You can't say both. Nahin? Either area or speed. Let us say one of them, or let us say both of them also. But then what else? Something more evident, more obvious.
Acha, I guess we studied last course that PTL we do not normally use PMOSes. I mean, as far as I remember.
No, you're using PMOSes over here.
I mean, we generally don't use. That's what
That was largely because of area constraint. But यहाँ पे because we have to transfer one, we are using PMOSes. That is fine. What is missing? It is staring you in the face, actually.
Sir, all the other S means if I want to select S0, then S1, S2, S3 have to be 1 for deselecting that.
Yeah, that is the way a decoder would work, na? Yeah, that is fine. What is the problem? What will you do when you have to do write operation? Data and data bar will come from the input interface, and you want to write a 0 on bitline bar. Will a PMOS be able to write a 0?
Okay, sir, the bit line would be higher and the writability would depreciate.
Yes. So only PMOSes don't work. What do? We put NMOSes also. Okay. So now in the next slide, we see something made out of NMOSes. So another thing, important thing that you need to notice over here is that over here, we have made a decoder. This decoder is in the control region. And in the IO region, you only have these pass gates. What I just said was you also need to put NMOSes on the bit lines. So that what happens? Well, this may not be the case. So that I'm also able to transfer 0 when I want to write a 0 on one of the bit lines. Okay. So we made a decoder in the control. We could also have made this full decoder in the IO region. What happens here? Now this is MUX8 implementation. And what has been done is that past transistor logic has been used to implement the MUX in the IO itself. So this is one IO of MUX8. Over here, the entire, all that you get is address bar and address for all the 3 bits. And you get the data Y and Y bar at the outputs. And because I said NMOSes, so we've put only NMOSes over here. Now, what is right and what is wrong here with this?
Sir, here where is the decoder? 3
This is the decoder. This is the decoder functionality.
सर लेकिन अभी तो आपने बोला कि हम वो डिकोडर को कंट्रोल रीजन में रखेंगे, उसमें 3
पिछले वाले तो पिछला आर्किटेक्चर था, इस वाले आर्किटेक्चर में हमने आईओ के अंदर ही डाल दिया.
ओके सर, दिस इज डिफरेंट आर्किटेक्चर. ओके.
Yeah. So I'm introducing you to various architectures, and that is when we will discuss what is right and what is not right. So, what is the disadvantage of this? What is the advantage of this? लिखी हुई है यहाँ पे, but think about it and then say, because I will ask you.
Sir, actually the writability is still not improved because now the NMOS will not pass a good one.
So let us assume that for once we have a similar structure for PMOS. Let us assume that. जैसा हमने यहाँ पे कहा ना, we would assume a similar structure for NMOSes. Let us assume we have a similar structure for PMOS. उसको छोड़ दो. अब बताओ.
I mean, I guess you are losing out on area, maybe, though the NMOS is smaller than PMOS, but still you have quite a huge. Okay, I mean, like, okay, the decoder has been included in this only, so I mean that saves the area. That doesn't matter, I guess then. Because.
Stacking is a problem.
Sorry.
Stacking that we have.
Stacking. So there are 3 devices which come on the bit line path. See, what were you doing? Over here you had a memory cell, let us say. And you said, I will put a write driver here. This was what you wanted. And you said the stack of NMOS and the write driver NMOS should be stronger than this PMOS. That was how we did, right? Now look what have I done. Before the write driver, I have put now 3 NMOSes in series. So the stack has become 5 stack deep. Are you able to see this? Take any bit line. To discharge any bit line, you have to go through 3 NMOSes. Any bit line, any one of them you take. Is it not the case? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So what is the challenge with this? What degrades? What is the limitation that this poses?
So there will be like a reduction in the performance as यहाँ पे अब हमारे पास 3 NMOSes जो है एक stack में आ गए हैं, so that will add up to the delays. So the write operation may get degraded. Like during the write, the delay will increase.
In fact, write may not even happen.
Yes, maybe, sir. Yes, that can
at low
also happen.
At low voltages with such a long stack, you may not be able to write.
Yes, sir. Right. Yes.
Okay. So, okay, you will do something, you will apply write assist schemes, all those things. So they will take more area. So what are you going to gain? Okay. So अगर हम कह रहे हैं कि इसमें तो functionality का या delay का challenge आ रहा है, तो what are we gaining when we go to this kind of an architecture? What are we gaining? Why are we talking about this kind of an architecture at all?
सर डिकोडर हम लाइक पिछले वाले आर्किटेक्चर में हमने डिकोडर यूज किया था एंड हियर डिकोडर यूज ही नहीं किया हमने. सो वी आर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग इट डायरेक्टली थ्रू these पास ट्रांजिस्टर्स.
तो उससे क्या होगा?
डिकोडर नहीं यूज किया सो एरिया बच गया ना.
अरे आपने हर आईओ में अब देखो कितने सारे ट्रांजिस्टर्स यूज करे. इससे तो आप डिकोडर ही लगा देते, एक बार आता डिकोडर. क्या एरिया बचा? नहीं. Now in every IO you're using so many transistors. पहले every IO you just put 2 transistors, one for bit line, one for bit line bar, and the select lines would come. So where did we save area? So imagine, let's look at the layout view of this. I need only 2 transistors. Am I right? One for bit line, one for bit line bar. But in Mux 8, I would need 8 metals to run over them and then select one of those 8 metals. So what is happening? I have 8 lines running, and the remaining area underneath those 8 lines is all vacant. There is nothing there. So you are losing area because you have more number of select lines. Are you able to see this? You are not putting devices there, but there are select lines anyways.
No sir, I didn't get this part.
सर
ये कैसे देखा?
सर सेलेक्ट लाइन बढ़ रही हैं तो क्या हुआ? तो मतलब हमारे पास में तो लेयर्ड आर्किटेक्चर है, तो हम वो वायर्स के थ्रू मतलब एक डाइलेक्ट्रिक बना करके हम ये लेयर्स, ये सेलेक्ट लाइंस को तो हम दौड़ा सकते हैं सर डिफरेंट लेयर्स में.
तो इसका मतलब आपका जब मक्स 1 सेलेक्ट होना है, मतलब एड्रेस 1 सेलेक्ट होना है, तो अलग तरह का रेजिस्टेंस और आरसी पिक्चर में आएगा. जब एड्रेस 4 सेलेक्ट होना है तो अलग तरह का आरसी पिक्चर में आएगा. अलग तरह के डिलेज आएंगे डिपेंडिंग ऑन which mux bits are being selected.
यस सर, दिस वुड कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी
Do you want that?
करने के लिए डिले भी चेंज हो जाएगा, राइट सर?
Yeah, and you're also using so many metal layers, extra
Yes.
metal layers, so cost भी बढ़ रही है. So you actually would draw all the select lines in same metal layer only. You don't go into multiple dimensions for this. So what you say is, okay, I'm anyways losing area there. Let me put those devices in this region. First, I will reduce 2 lines. Then there are more devices. I anyway was having that area there. More devices don't bother me now. ठीक है? So actually में this kind of a architecture leads to lesser area, a little lesser area, or possibly equivalent area. खाली control का area थोड़ा सा बच जाता है. But the challenges that it poses and the limitation it poses in terms of low voltage, because on low voltage you would not want this kind of a stack. So that dissuades designers from using this kind of column decoding in advanced technologies. This was done when we were, so you will find this kind of a decoder in many books. And I'm just doing it here for the completeness and to discuss with you that this is no longer a good design. Today, what is done is a mix of both the two, the first one and the second one. Something like a hybrid decoder is what we look at.
So
where we say that if I have to implement Mux 32, for example, I will put a pre-decoder of 2 to 4 and a pre-decoder of 3 to 8, and then I will have just 2 NMOSes getting into the series instead of 5. Yes, there was a question.
So I get the point that here I can see 6 lines of decoding from A0 to A2, and in the previous case, how there were 8? I mean, like, why were there
In the
8?
previous case, I have to implement mux 8.
Hmm.
Instead of 8 select lines, I will need to have, so there will be 3 address bits over here, and there will be 8 outputs. Nahin? There will be S0 to S7, na?
Hmm.
So 8 lines हो गई ना?
No, sir, this is not clear.
Okay. So I have 2 address bits over here. How many outputs do I have?
सर मेरे
4.
पास डिकोडर है ना, तो 4 ही आउटपुट आएंगे ना
हाँ, तो अगर 3 बिट्स होती तो कितने आते?
सर. 3 क्रॉस 8, 3 to 8 मतलब.
मैं वही तो कह रहा हूँ.
अच्छा, ओके.
मैं वही तो कह रहा हूँ. 3 बिट्स होती तो 8 आते. यहाँ पे हम 3 बिट्स तो ले रहे हैं.
यस सर, यस सर.
तो 8 की जगह 6 हो गई ना.
अच्छा, सो एक्स्ट्रा लाइंस जो बच गई उसमें हमने वो डिवाइसेस पुट करके एरिया बचाने की कोशिश करी इसमें.
नहीं, एक्स्ट्रा लाइंस तो एरिया सेव कर दिया.
हाँ,
जो 6 लाइनें थी, the 6 lines were sufficient to put all these devices. That is what we are saying. So we saved area.
Okay.
We saved area in the IO level, and we saved the pre-decoder area in the control region also.
आपने बोला कि राइट में प्रॉब्लम होगी अगर इस आर्किटेक्चर में हम देखेंगे तो, लेकिन सर
रीड में भी डिले बढ़ेंगे, राइट में भी बढ़ेगा, प्रॉब्लम होगा.
सर एनमॉस में 0 के लिए तो वीटी ड्रॉप होगा नहीं अगर मैं जिस बिट लाइन को 0 पे रखूंगा. तो सर राइटेबिलिटी कैसे डिग्रेड होगी? लाइक जिस नोड पे 1 होगा उस वाली बिट लाइन को मैं 0 पे रखूंगा. तो सर वो तो वीटी ड्रॉप से
वीटी ड्रॉप नहीं होने वाला. लेकिन आर यू डूइंग अ स्टैटिक ऑपरेशन और आर यू डूइंग अ साइक्लिकल ऑपरेशन दैट यू हैव टाइम बाउंड आल्सो विद यू?
सर टाइम बाउंड ऑपरेशन
है ना. यू हैव अ टाइम बाउंड ऑपरेशन. सो इफ यू वांट टू कंप्लीट द राइट ऑपरेशन एंड लेट अस से at low voltages even 100 nanoseconds, let us say that you are operating at threshold voltage only, then even then this kind of structure means that the NMOSes, there are 5 NMOSes in subthreshold region and just 1 PMOS in subthreshold region. The strength of the PMOS will not let you write into the cell.
Okay, sir.
Forget about subthreshold region. Let us say you are operating at 100 millivolts above threshold voltage, or even 200 millivolts above threshold voltage. The overdrive that you will have across these devices, 5 devices, it will be so low that the overall current driving strength would reduce very, very significantly.
So basically, sir, we are introducing more delays, so we are not able to complete the right operation in the perfect time that we want.
You can look at it like that, but you can also look at it in the analog terms, because the right operation is largely analog in nature now.
Okay, sir.
I know. You've done the analog CMOS course. So you can look at gate overdrive and the reduction in current as soon as gate overdrive reduces and all that. Is it not? Device behavior you can understand.
Yes, sir.
So?
Yes.
So also in the previous case, like when we were saying that PMOS was able to pass good 1, so it was like good for, you know, for read operation where we can actually sense the differential, but for not for write because wo 0 pass nahi kar payega. But also, sir, for the read operation, like one has to be at like VDD level, so usko to wo pass kar dega. But जो दूसरा differential create होगा, उसको भी वो like वो good 1 sense करके 1 करके sense amplifier खराब नहीं कर देगा वो. In the case of read operation also, the previous case when all are
अगर आपका 100 millivolt lower than VDD है तो 100 millivolt lower than VDD transfer करेगा ना वो. Look at it like this. One of the bit lines. So आगे पीछे जाते हैं. One of the bit lines, let us say, discharged. The other bit lines remained at VDD. Your data and data bar were both at VDD earlier. What would happen? This PMOS will see VDD on one side and VDD minus 200 millivolts on the other side. What would it do? Or let us say VDD minus 200 तो ज़्यादा हो गया. 200 पे तो NMOS भी कुछ करंट दे देगा. let us say only 20 millivolts on the other side, what would this PMOS do? It would say, oh, let me transfer this VDD here.
Okay.
So what happens? This VDD starts to fall. So this will happen even at 20 millivolts because it is transmitting VDD very happily. Okay. See, had it been 200, शायद NMOS भी transfer करना शुरू कर देता. But we do not want that kind of a delay. 200 तक आने में ही कितना delay लग जाएगा, है ना? So that is where PMOS will transfer VDD much more easily, and therefore any differential on the bitline and bitline bar will appear on data and data bar quickly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
आगे बढ़े. So as I was sharing, when you implement a larger mux, you can actually have two levels of pre-decodings. This two level of pre-decoding can actually appear very differently also. For example, one level of pre-decoding could be implemented in the row decoding itself, where you say that, okay, I have 4 pages. Okay, I have 4 pages. I organize my array in such a way that I have 4 pages. Every page has mux 4. And the remaining mux 8 I implement by choosing one of the 8 pages that are there. समझ में आया?
नहीं सर.
No, sir.
So मुझे क्या करना था? मुझे को I had to implement mux 32. Why did I want a mux 32? Because I had an aspect ratio in mind where if I do not use a mux 32, I would go very squarish or very tall, let us say. So now when I try to implement mux 32, what happens? First, the number of stack or the stack depth increases too much, or if I go to the first kind of a design, I have 32 lines driving there. Neither is acceptable to me. So I go to a hybrid architecture. I say I will implement mux 4, and then there will be 8 such mux 4 outputs. I will select one of those 8. So I have 2 levels of hierarchical decoding. Okay, I have 2 levels of decoding. First, I will decode mux 4 and then I will decode mux 8. The second level of decoding could happen in the single array, like this only, earlier one. Or you could do this over multiple arrays. You say that, okay, the second level of decoding, I will implement at the output or at the word line level itself. I will not even select the blue pages. If my address is 2, so let us say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These were the 8 pages. I will select only the second page. The word line of the second page will only come. The other word lines will also not come. And I will therefore be able to drive the output bus. So this is the output bus from the desired page, because the other pages are not even selected. So when you use very large memories, this is something that you would do. What is the challenge here? ये अभी समझ में नहीं आया.
I didn't get it.
So
Yes, sir.
कहाँ? So did you get that there are 2 stages of decoding? One is mux 4 and then is mux 8.
Yes, sir.
So one stage is cleared. Now what I'm saying is that the second stage of mux you do not implement in one IO. To implement the second stage of mux, you actually organize the array into smaller arrays, 8 smaller arrays, and you select one of those arrays. See, what is the purpose of mux? Out of 8 or 4 bit lines, you selected 1 bit line. So multiple inputs, you select one output. That is a function of mux.
Yes, sir.
So now what I am saying is, you needed a second level of mux. So 8 outputs have to come. You have to select one output out of them. Because you implemented mux4 in the first hierarchy, second hierarchy, you have to select one out of 8 outputs.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm saying is, you could organize them in different pages. What does a page mean? Page means that, let me remove all this. Page means that you, for example, implement 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3 kind of structure here, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7 over here. Now, I made a 3-bit cut. So there are 3 bits of mux4, then the next 3 bits, and at the output, I will select which of these 3 bits go on the output bus. So all the 3 bits are now together. I select the word line. So I split the word line and select the word line in this region only. This word line is not selected. I still implemented mux8 through this. I had 2 pages and one row had 8 words. You see, every row had 8 words, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've implemented mux8 through this. Are you able to see this?
No, sir.
Is this a mux8 implementation?
Sir, it is clear that at the first stage there is 4:1 mux, and then there is 2:1 mux. So
This
we
is
are
mux8.
saying yes, it is mux 8. But sir, the
Okay.
word line is being decoded by the decoder on the row side.
Yes.
Okay, so that decoder is what is selecting the word line, that green signal that is coming
Yeah.
down in. ठीक है sir.
So what we are saying is that the column address is also going in the row addressing. So whichever bit was to decode this one is also going into the row decoder. There was one bit which would select the output, na? Out of these 2. That bit is also going into the row decoder. So that only this word line gets selected, this one does not. Are you able to see this?
So at the same, like at one point of time you're saying that कि वो एक ही रो में जा रही है उसकी आउटपुट बिट भी, सो एक ही वर्ड लाइन सिलेक्ट होगी एक बार में, एंड साथ में साथ हम वो ये भी कह रहे हैं कि एक ही रो में mux8 कॉन्फ़िगरेशन भी आ गई. सो आई मीन लाइक वो
mux8 का मतलब क्या था?
mux8 का मतलब ये था कि हर रो में आपके जितने नंबर ऑफ बिट्स थे उतने मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 8 हो जाएंगे फॉर.
वो भी है ना, फिजिकली तो ऐसा है ना अभी भी, या नहीं है? फिजिकली ऐसा हो रहा है ना?
ओके, सो आई मीन लाइक काइंड ऑफ ऐसे कह सकते हैं कि इसको पहले वी हैड 8x3 काइंड ऑफ कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. नाउ व्हाट वी डिड कि हमने 3 जो हमारी ओरिजिनल बिट्स थी उसी में mux8 के 8 से मल्टीप्लाई करके आई मीन वो 24 को हमने इस तरीके से स्प्लिट कर दिया कि वो ओके देखने में वो 3 बिट्स लगे हैं. मतलब
3 बिट्स हैं कट के, 3 बिट्स ही तो बनाया मैंने.
I mean these 2 cells represent 2 words, the two red boxes.
No, they represent 2 pages.
Okay,
This
I'm not
one,
able
na?
to understand the page.
This one. So I am calling this a page. You say 2 different arrays. or that is the second level of hierarchy, whatever you call it. I'm telling you, this is how a page is also called. This is also called a page. Let us put it like this. There are some bits here, there are some bits in the other. There are some words in this region, there are some other words in the other region.
So you have essentially split the single row into two, kind of.
Yes, so there would have been an array like this, जहाँ पे 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3, फिर 4 5 6 7 4 5 6 7. I said, okay, put this thing here. That is folding. So instead of saying that to implement mux 8, I will necessarily do like this.
Oh.
I said I will do it like this. What is the big deal?
हाँ, ठीक है.
Now, what is the benefit when I do this? So I did something. So सब बाकियों को clear हुआ. स्वप्निल को हो गया. स्वप्निल का बत्ती चमक गया. What about others?
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to clarify. Sir, हमको 32 क्रॉस 1 मार्क्स इंप्लीमेंट करना था. मतलब
ना 8 क्रॉस. यहाँ पे 8 क्रॉस 1. अभी इस फोटो में जो मैंने बनाया उसमें लिया इंप्लीमेंट मक्स 8. या इनिशियली
में 32 वाला करना था. सो हमने उसको 2 पार्ट में ब्रेक किया. हमने बोला कि हम पहले मक्स 4 को इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे रो डिकोडर में. तो मक्स 4 हम 8 टाइम्स उसके इंस्टेंसेस ले रहे होंगे. तो मतलब मक्स 4 हमने 8 मक्स 4 किए तो उससे हमको 8 आउटपुट मिले. फिर हमें वो 8 आउटपुट में से किसी एक आउटपुट को सिलेक्ट करना होगा. तो ये एक आउटपुट को सिलेक्ट करने वाली चीज हमने आईओ रीजन में इम्प्लीमेंट करी.
हमने इवन 4 को अंदर से एक वाला करने वाला भी आईओ में इम्प्लीमेंट करा अनुज.
नहीं सर, वो रो डिकोडर तो
नो. Look at this. Out of these 1 2 3 4, there will be mux 4 over here only. Is it not?
Yes sir.
So this mux 4 is also in the IO region.
ओके सर, मक्स 4 भी आईओ रीजन में है. ठीक है. फिर हमने ऐसे मक्स 4 हमने 8 मतलब होंगे मेरे पास में. सो 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 ऐसे करके मेरे पास में 8 कॉलम्स बने होंगे. अब मुझे उन 8 कॉलम्स में से किसी एक को सेलेक्ट करना है. उस एक को सेलेक्ट करने के लिए मैं
3 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 ये सारे के सारे बाहर जाएंगे. अब इधर से कुछ आए, यहाँ पे 4 5 6 7 के आए, उसके थर्ड पेज से 8 9 10 11 के आएंगे, फोर्थ पेज से 12 13 14 15 के आएंगे, इधर से 16 17 18 19 आएंगे एंड सो ऑन. Which one goes to the output? That I have to select. 1 2 3 all there are 3 bits of a word. They will definitely go out. I'm not selected from amongst these 1 2 3. I'm selecting from whether these 3 bits are going out or these 3 bits are going out. That is what I am selecting.
सर इनिशियली जैसे ये जो आपने पहले फिगर बनाई हुई है, इसमें सर अगर जैसे मैं वर्ड 0 को सेलेक्ट करता हूँ किसी भी बैंक मतलब सर वर्ड 0 को सेलेक्ट करता हूँ तो इन अ वे 8 में से मेरा एक वर्ड 0 सेलेक्ट हो जाएगा.
हाँ, लेकिन मैंने क्या कहा, मैंने डिकोडिंग का जो एड्रेस था, पेज डिकोडिंग का जो एड्रेस था, वो रो डिकोडिंग के साथ भी मिक्स कर दिया. तो मैंने 8 लाइन सिलेक्ट ही नहीं करी, मैंने सिलेक्ट ही एक लाइन करी ताकि 8 आए ना, एक ही आए. Why did I do that? Because I did not want power to be consumed in these pages. They are off.
तो सर फिर अगर एक बार में एक ही आया तो इस बैंक के सारे वर्ड्स एक बार में आ रहे होंगे बाहर, ऐसा होगा क्या? सिर्फ इस बैंक
पे 0 1 2 3 इस पेज पे 4 वर्ड्स थे 0 1 2 3, उनमें से एक ही बाहर आएगा, आइदर 0 और 1 और 2 और 3. 4 वर्ड्स क्यों मैं बाहर भेजूंगा हर पेज से?
सर अगर पॉसिबल हो तो सर ये वाला जो पार्ट है ना, ये पेज वाला और ये 3 बिट और वैसे वो सर आप एक बार व्हाइट बोर्ड में समझा देंगे क्या? ये चीज नहीं क्लियर हो रही है. थैंक यू सर.
तो आज हमारी क्लास में बहुत कम बच्चे हैं और उनकी लगने वाली है शायद बाद में. हाँ, ऐसा है क्या? आज अटेंडेंस कम क्यों है? एनी आइडिया? So let us look at 3 bits and mux 8 example only abhi. Because if that gets cleared, other things will also get cleared. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
This is the logical organization of mux 8. There are 8 words in every row.
Yes, sir.
So what I am saying is that let me give an address 001. Which word has to be selected?
Word 1 0 0.
Word. So this particular word has to be selected. These 3 bits have to come out.
Yes, sir.
So what do? I use 0 and 1 bit as the inputs for a mux over here to select. So actually ये नहीं होगा, 3 अलग-अलग muxes होंगे. The first output, I get bit 0, bit 1, bit 2. Am I right?
Okay, sir.
Now I have exactly the same mux over here and exactly the same 2 bits 0, 1, 0, 1 going over here also. So on this page, what would have happened is 5 would have come out as the 3 bits out there. Again, bit 0, bit 1, bit 2. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. जैसे उसमें 1 है वैसे इसमें 5 आ जाएगा. Yes, sir.
Yes. So now what you do, you again put 3 muxes. And this bit goes as the select over here. So what would happen for this one will come out. Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
So what have I done? If my word line, if there was a word line that was running through the entire array, then I have essentially implemented mux 8 like this. What is happening in this region? None of these words were to be selected, but because the word line got selected, there was power wastage. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
So what I say is, let me break the word line over here. So what happens? Now this page is not even selected. I save power. And because the word line of this region is not selected, I say this is the second page. So I say this is one page and I call this as page 2.
एंड सर ये हमने पेज को सेलेक्ट कैसे करेंगे? हमने पेज को ब्रेक कर दिया, यहाँ तक का क्लियर है. एंड देन वी विल सेलेक्ट द पेजेस, राइट?
Yes, so we're selecting pages at 2 places. We're selecting pages at the output. And we're also selecting pages when we are selecting the word line. When I have to select the word line, I will select either this one or I will select this one. So word line decoding also has the page address going into it. Had it not gone, what would have happened? this black line would have been continuous and I would have consumed more power.
सर अगर ये पेज्ड आर्किटेक्चर नहीं होता तो इसमें जो बिट अरेंजमेंट होता वो ऐसा होता ना 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 फिर 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7
नहीं, ऐसा फिर भी हो सकता था।
मतलब सर जनरली फिर हम मतलब उसे करने में भी हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती।
नहीं होती, लेकिन ऐसा भी कर सकते थे। स्क्रैम्बलिंग की बात है ना, दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल एज बिट स्क्रैम्बलिंग, वेयर आर डिफरेंट वर्ड्स प्लेस्ड इनसाइड अ मेमोरी array. So this bit scrambling could have been used even then. What you really needed was that one row should have 8 words. So this is also a good way to organize the words, is it not?
Yes sir.
Okay, it would make things complex. यहाँ पे आपका ये पूरा बस बन जाएगा, which would take lots of crosstalk and everything. It would make things complex. So if you're not going to save power, if you're not interested in saving power, you better put 0 4 5 6 7 also next to it. Why enter into this crosstalk region? है ना? Are you able to see this? I would not want to enter into this crosstalk region, na?
So, sir, this bit scrambling is something what we can do. Means it is on. It
That
is
a memory designer decides. Yes.
So, sir, till now I was confused कि sir ये word ऐसे arrange कैसे होगा?
तो बट ये तो आप मेमोरी डिजाइनर हो, आप डिसाइड करोगे।
ओके सर।
मेमोरी आपने बनानी है ना।
यस सर।
यूजर को तो 8 बिट चाहिए, 8 वर्ड चाहिए, आपने लगा दिए, जैसे मर्जी आप लगाओ। वो जो एड्रेस दे आप उसको दोगे आउटपुट। User is only interested in giving the right output for the given address, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Where you place it, that is your home. You, for example, if you have your shop, let us say, someone would organize the chemist shop in one way, another place you go, they will organize the chemist shop in a different way, third place. Some would say that, okay, I will organize my medicines by disease. Someone else would say that I will organize my medicine alphabetically. Someone else would say I would organize my medicine based on brand. Can happen. And all three are fine. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So you do not bother how a chemist has organized his shop. All you are interested in, when I ask for this medicine, he should be able to fetch me that medicine. And the medicine should not have expired and all those things. That is what a user is interested in. When I place a request for a word of address 1, I want word of address 1 to be output. I do not want any errors in it. So your sense amplifier has to be robust. Everything has to be robust.
Sir?
Yes?
Sir, I have a small doubt in the address decoding part over here. I mean 001 से हमने 111555 कैसे select हुआ? I just got confused over there.
Sorry. 001 से?
How did we select the 111 and the 555 in the bits over there? The purple.
You sent 0 and 1 bit for mux decoding, ना? So mux यहाँ पे 4 आ रहे थे inputs.
हाँ.
आपने कहा 01 पे जो आ रहा है उसको बाहर भेज दो। नहीं, ये तो मक्स का काम है ना, सिलेक्ट सिग्नल उसने जनरेट करा और दे दिया।
अच्छा, okay, so we are getting the whole 01014545 output.
Yeah.
Okay. And so essentially, like each bit over here consists of 4 bits internally also. Like, I mean, that we have
there
made
are 3 bits. There are 3 bits for every word.
Huh.
So one word, first bit 0, bit 1, bit 2. Again, bit 0, bit 1, bit 2. There are 8 words of 3 bits each.
Sir, can you repeat again? Means how is 8 words?
There are 8 words of 3 bits each. That is where we have 24 columns, na? 8 words of 3 bits each.
So that means 0 to 7 is one word and each are 3 bits like that?
No. 0 is first word, 1 is second word, 2 is third word, 3 is fourth word, and so on. And 0 has 3 bits. This first bit, bit 0, bit 1, bit 2. Similarly, 4 has 3 bits, bit 0, bit 1, bit 2. 7 has 3 bits, bit 0, bit 1, bit 2.
Yes, sir, it is clear. So when you encircle that black with black marker, you said bit.
Yeah. So this is bit 0 of all the 4 words. Nahin? This has only bit zeros. This has only bit ones. This has only bit twos. Nahin? Again, this has bit zeros. But bit 0 of another word, 4, 5, 6, 7, another set of words.
सर जहाँ पे ये आपने अभी बिट 0 लिखा है ना एरो बना के ग्रीन कलर वाले मार्कर से और फिर सर्कल किया है 0 1 2 3 इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये 4 वर्ड्स का बिट 0 वाला पार्ट है मतलब
हाँ.
एक सर्कल में 4 वर्ड्स होंगे उसका बिट 0 वाला पार्ट है
हाँ.
ओके सर
This is what is called as memory scrambling. That is how have you put arranged information inside the memory.
और सर फिर बिट 0 के ही बगल में आपने लिखा है 3 बिट्स उसको ब्लैक कलर के स्क्वायर के अंदर लिखा हुआ है
नहीं, वो उसको छोड़ दो, वो तो पहले का लेबल था. This is bit 1 then. Bit 1 of all the 4 words.
So just to confirm once, to clarify my understanding, if we say that मुझे word 7 का bit 1 चाहिए, तो मैं जो second last वाली line होगी उसमें से 7th वाले का उठा लूंगा, right?
आपको bit 7 का, आपको word 7, आपका जो एड्रेस होगा वो 111 होगा.
हाँ, word 7 का bit 1 चाहिए.
हाँ, तो आपका एड्रेस होगा 111.
हाँ.
तो आप 111 एड्रेस दोगे तो यहाँ से ये 3 वाला नीचे आने की कोशिश करेगा और यहाँ से 7 वाला नीचे आने की कोशिश करेगा.
हाँ.
और क्योंकि आपने हाईएस्ट ऑर्डर बिट भी 1 कर रखी है तो जो 7 वाला है वो फाइनली आउटपुट पे आएगा.
राइट.
अब आपको बिट 1 चाहिए था तो आप खाली इस वाले को यूज करोगे.
एग्जैक्टली. तो उसके लिए एक और आगे एड्रेसिंग लगानी पड़ेगी ना, एक कुछ सिलेक्ट
नहीं. क्यों? आपको बिट 0 चाहिए था, आप खाली बिट 0 को कनेक्ट करो, यूज करो, बाकी दोनों को जाने दो.
ओके.
एक वर्ड के 3 बिट्स थे, वो तो तीनों बाहर एक साथ निकलेंगे ना. आपने 32 बिट वर्ड मांगा, 32 बिट का आपको 4th बिट चाहिए तो 4th बिट ले लो, 10th बिट चाहिए तो 10th बिट ले लो, वो तो आपकी चॉइस है. मेमोरी तो 32 बिट्स ही बाहर देगी ना.
ओके, सो 111 रिप्रेजेंट्स द वर्ड 7 जो मैंने मांगा.
Yes, you only address the word. You do not address the bit in a memory when you access a memory. Have you ever seen bit also being accessed separately? You only give word address, na? From the processor, you only get the address of the word. तो bit का address तो आता ही नहीं आपके पास.
Okay.
और सर ये जो 2 पेजेस है सर, इसकी वर्ड लाइन शेयर नहीं होगी तो फिर ये 0 1 2 3 वाला तो बाहर ही नहीं आएगा.
नहीं, 0 1 2 3 वाला बाहर इसलिए नहीं आएगा बिकॉज आपने यहाँ पे 1 एड्रेस दिया जो इस मार्क्स में गया.
सर ऊपर वाले आर्किटेक्चर में मतलब
एक ही आर्किटेक्चर है,
फर्स्ट लेवल वाली
मेमोरी है.
नहीं सर, फर्स्ट लेवल
हायरार्की. तो उधर ये वाला एक्टिवेट नहीं होगा बिकॉज आपने इस पेज को एक्टिवेट नहीं करा. यस. बट अगर वर्ड लाइन कनेक्ट होती तो भी ये बाहर ना आता. इवन दो इट वाज एक्टिवेटेड, ये बाहर ना आता बिकॉज ऑफ दिस थिंग. बाहर तो एक ही आएगा because you have the second order of muxing happening over here.
But sir, we are only giving 2 bits na in the first level of
No,
hierarchy.
we gave 2 bits over here. The second is mux 2 only. So you give only 1 bit. So this is mux 4.
सर जस्ट टू कंफर्म 1-1 जो मतलब 1-1 जब था तो 1-1 ने मेरा 3 सेलेक्ट किया है और 7 सेलेक्ट किया है, फिर एमएसपी के बेसिस पे आई डिसाइडेड कि 7 विल बी पास्ड। अगर एमएसपी का 0 होता तो फिर हम 3 को पास कर देते।
Yes.
ओके सर।
Because MSB of this thing is going to the second hierarchy of mux.
ओके सो उससे बिट एड्रेस स्कीम भी मैच कर रही है। उस केस में 011 एड्रेसिंग स्कीम होती है और 3 भी मिल जाता है हमारे को। हाँ
So if the user wants address 3, so he would give 0 to 11, na? Then 3 would have come out, 7 would not have come out.
Exactly, I'm like trying to now make sense of why you have split it like this 0 1 2 3 and then 4 5 6 7. Now it all makes sense.
और सर जो लास्ट वाला जो सेकंड वाला स्टेज है ना मक्स का, इसमें 3 मक्स क्यों हैं सर? ये आप
These are 3 bits. They are 3 bits. You have to put a mux for every bit, na? You put 3 muxes here, na?
Yes sir.
3 muxes here. Why? Because there were 3 bits on the instance.
हाँ तो सर अब
So
तो मेरे पास
आपको तीनों आउटपुट देने हैं ना? हाँ
तो सर अब तो 2 ही बिट्स मतलब मैं जब सेलेक्ट कर लूंगा, मतलब मैंने 1-1 सेलेक्ट किया, 1-1 दिया, 1-1-1 दिया था, तीनों 1, तो 1-1 जब हमने दिया तो 3 और 7 सेलेक्ट हो गया, तो अब उनमें से तो मुझे एक ही चाहिए ना।
बट 3 के 3 बिट्स थे ना। 7 was here, here and here. 7 word has 3 bits in it.
ओके 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 ठीक है सर।
Word 7 has 3 bits in it. So I will still need 3 muxes.
तो सर इसको mux 4 हम क्यों बोल रहे हैं?
ऊपर वाले को?
इस मतलब जो बीच जो मिडिल रो है हमारी उसको एग्जैक्टली mux 4 क्यों बोल रहे हैं? जब हमारे हम एक पर्टिकुलर बिट के लिए एक पर्टिकुलर mux ले रहे हैं तो वो एग्जैक्टली समझ नहीं आ रहा।
Because it is converting 4 words into one output. Out of the 4 inputs, 4, 5, 6, 7, it gave output of 7 when the address was 1-1. Mux 4 is how many inputs go in to get one output.
अच्छा ओके। और सर एक और चीज, मतलब जैसे हम लोग जो मेमोरी स्क्रैम्बलिंग वाला आपने बताया, जैसे एक पर्टिकुलर वर्ड का एक पर्टिकुलर एड्रेस होता है, तो सर ये जो स्क्रैम्बलिंग करेंगे उसमें हर एक मतलब पर्टिकुलर वर्ड की एक पर्टिकुलर बिट को हम लोग किसी मतलब मेमोरी सेल में वो एरे में हम लोग कहीं भी अरेंज कर सकते हैं, इस तरह का कांसेप्ट मेमोरी स्क्रैम्बलिंग का
कर सकते हो। You have to tell what is the benefit of doing that. Because when I say I will arrange it like this, I said I want to break the word line to save power. If I was not breaking the word line, it is foolish to arrange it like this.
Sure.
There has to be a reason. You can do it, but there has to be a good reason to do it. Okay?
Yes.
We can proceed.
sir.
Okay. So if the column decoding is clear, then we come to what is a sense amplifier. So what is a sense amplifier? Why do we need a sense amplifier?
To accelerate the reading.
Okay, to speed up the reading. Why? Okay, how does a sense amplifier accelerate the reading?
Sir, it senses the difference. In case we were using an inverter, that would do it when it comes below or above the threshold. But since we are doing it with sense amplifier, it can do it with very less voltage difference also.
Okay, so it speeds the reading operation. What else does it do? in addition to improving speed, what else have we gained?
Immunity to noise. Basically, if the differential signal will degrade, then we can get a better output.
If I was putting an inverter is definitely much more immune to noise, no? Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in terms of using an inverter, what did I gain by putting a sense amplifier? One is delay. I'm much faster now. What else? Again, it is staring you in the face in the slide.
I mean, for inverter or something, you would have to, make a larger swing of VD bitline value. So I mean, if you have VDD, then it has to like swing to like 0.2 VDD or 0.1 VDD for the inverter to detect the correct value. But for sense amplifier, only a small differential can be, I mean, like sense amplifier, as the name suggests, only a small, it will, amplify that small differential so that op-amp can actually give the right output. Maybe that's how.
So that is if you're faster.
Okay, yeah.
Or in addition to being fast, you are
maybe
saving power.
You're also low power,
Yes,
because you now did not need to discharge to 0.2 of VDD. Even 0.8 of VDD was sufficient. So you saved 0.6 of VDD in terms of power. So you saved around 60% of power. Hai? You're able to see this.
Also, sir, our bitline does not have to again and again pre-charge. That pre-charge problem can also be solved.
Like pre-charge you still have to do. Why do you not pre-charge?
नहीं सर, वो कम pre-charge में read कर लेगा तो वापस आ जाएगा ना, इसलिए.
Pre-charge तो फिर भी करना पड़ेगा ना. You will have to have the pre-charge operation. The power consumed during pre-charge is less. That is the power saved.
Yes, sir.
So
that is the power saved. But pre-charge you have to do. Yes, Sapnil.
So, but is power really is a concern for us in memories? I mean, like,
yes.
Let's say for L1, okay, it's okay. I mean, it's getting access frequently. But let's say for L2, L3, which is implemented in SRAM only, power can be, compromised a bit, right?
No.
To gain density. I mean, like inverter will give you less area, right?
To gain density, you can say power I will compromise. But if there is a way to get speed and also power simultaneously, you would want to do that.
Okay, speed is like justified. I thought like memory is not accessed frequently as a processor on an ALU, so that.
So even though memory is not accessed very frequently, even then memory consumes, because memory is around 80% or 70% of the chip area in advanced technologies, it still consumes around 20 to 30% of total chip power. So if you can reduce that, it is always beneficial. Okay. So all the in-memory compute thing is because we don't want to turn, have power wasted in sending data to the memory, from the memory, and so on. And you're putting it inside the memory. So memory power still increases further, which means more power congestion, more IR drops, and systems can fail. So if you have low power memory, you ensure that IR drop is less, you ensure that your system is more robust. So power consumption is a very important criteria when you design memories. Okay. So we need sense amplifiers. That is agreed now. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
So a sense amplifier, so we do not really make a full op-amp when we make a sense amplifier. To make a sense amplifier, you see, we have a structure which is very similar to a bit cell. It looks very similar to a bit cell. What is the difference from a bit cell and a sense amplifier? What do you notice?
You have an NMOS in the footer.
You have an NMOS in the footer and no other difference?
So the intermediate node is driven by the upper PMOS.
Okay, there is pre-charge over here, but the pre-charge was also over here. You would have some pre-charge put over here. I mean, pre-charge circuits cover to kara hai. IO mein hi pada hoga, but pre-charge is also there on the bit lines there. Okay, यहाँ पे intermediate node पे है. But what else?
So PMOS pass gate.
Yes, the pass gate has also been converted into a PMOS. Why?
Pass strong one.
Yes, to pass not strong one, to pass even a slightest differential between the bit lines onto the sense amplifier nodes.
Oh, okay, differential case, yes.
Because sense amplifier is a low swing operation circuit, na? So it's not about passing one. It is about passing even a small differential in a very loyal way to the internal nodes. Is that okay? So how does a sense amplifier operate? To operate the sense amplifier, what you do is you first keep precharge as low. When precharge is low, what happens? This node is VDD, this node is also VDD, and your bit lines are also at VDD initially. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So before word line comes, I switch off this precharge and I switch off bit lines precharge also. Then when the word line comes, this VDD is sunk, but this is a PMOS. So this VDD also gets sunk. A differential starts to appear at this node and this node. When a sufficient differential has appeared, you take SAEN to 1, sense amplifier enable. You take it to 1. When SAEN is 1, what happens? These PMOSes at once go off. And this starts to operate as a latch now, because with SAEN 1, at once we have a ground path. So this latch now latches a small differential into a full VDD or ground swing. Are you able to see this?
So what happened after the SAEN was enabled? So that was an NMOS. So
NMOS went, as soon as SAEN went 1, a ground path became available.
Right.
So this at once became a latch. Till that time, it was just some circuit. It did not have a ground path. You could precharge this to VDD and this node would go to VDD minus VT. But as soon as you turn the SAEN 1, this went to 0. And all of a sudden, you had a latch. Latch with one input at a level and the other input slightly below it. At once, the latch would take it to VDD and ground.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes. And so one more thing, like when we were discharging the internal loads through the P5 and P6, so we said that it, like, you drew the upper arrow, so like it went through the PMOS and discharged it to the bit cell.
Yes.
So would that increase the V bump, right?
No.
Why?
Why? It is the same current actually, is it not? This N6 can sink only as much current, na? It is in saturation region. What I am saying is, this is the path. So this current actually went there. So whatever charge from the bit line was sunk into the memory cell, this additional charge would also go now.
So this path was created because bit line discharged, right?
Yes, this path was created because bit line discharged, and it will charge the bit line. And bit line will continue to discharge from the memory cell. The memory cell bump doesn't change. You're not changed anything for the memory cell. You just connected an initial capacitance to the bit line.
Okay, so in reality, the bit line is not getting, bit line is discharging slightly to the bit cell. Then it is getting charged to the sense amplifier again. And that actually creates a differential on the sense amplifier. So in reality, bit line का discharge से हम लोगों को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, वो तो वापस से charge हो रही है बीच में थोड़ी सी.
हमें जहाँ read करना है, that is where we want to look at the differential, ना? We are reading here.
Yes.
So this discharge happens to the bit cell. That is what I want to emphasize to you.
सर वो एक्चुअली में वी आउट हमारा डिस्चार्ज हो रहा है तो उससे हम सेंस कर रहे हैं.
V out discharge ho raha hai. Yes, V out and V out bar, there is a differential that is getting created between them, and that is what is amplified by the latch.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So yeah, this is exactly the same thing that your internal nodes, V out on V out bar or SAT and SAF, whatever you call it, they are discharging. One is discharging at a faster rate than the other, and as soon as sense enable comes, what happens? This goes to VDD, this goes to ground. Okay, and that is how you do the sensing operation. So let us keep it till this understanding today. We will pick it up now on Friday. So I am told that there is some set of interviews. TI is coming tomorrow, and there is some set of interviews tomorrow. So we cannot have the quiz tomorrow. Let us have the quiz on Thursday. Is that okay? Thursday 5:30 p.m. or Friday 5:30 p.m. What time do you prefer? Which day do you prefer?
Sir,
Thursday or Friday?
Saturday.
Sir, can we make on Saturday?
So Saturday would be better.
Saturday
So,
same time?
Yes, sir.
10:30?
Any time
Yes, sir.
on Saturday would be okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do it on Saturday 10:30 then.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Sir,
Sir, one question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, it is regarding the assignment. Sir, actually, what you told us in the class, the assignment that you equation that you told us, all the equations. So I actually solved the equations before the class. So my equations are not looking like it. Sir, वो इतनी अच्छी नहीं लग रही है जैसे आपकी लग रही है ना, ब्रैकेट्स वगैरह. तो लेकिन सर वो रिजल्ट सही दे रहे हैं मैटलैब में. तो मतलब लिख दूं क्या उसमें?
लिख दो. What else? See, to organize them better is always good, but if it's fine. अगर results ठीक आ रहे हैं, the problem with that is if you do not organize it well, then the problem is that there is a risk कि results गलत आएंगे. Results सही आ रहे हैं, आपने check कर लिया तो ठीक है.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm stopping the recording.
Sir, I was just asking that when you were showing